Midnight Music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, wow, it's been like a month since you've seen us, and the only thing that we're missing is democracy. We are back now for our first show of the year, one of our biggest shows of the year, the Rumble of Royalties 2025, and we may have a drinking game involved in all of the shenanigans, so we've got a lot to catch up on, so let's not waste any time, just like JD McDonough's going to be wasting a lot of time on the couch. So sit back, relax, we're back for 2025, the Rumble of Royalties 2025 here on Kings of the Rings podcast, exclusively on Wrestle Radio, and it starts right now.
Midnight Music.
You know, I didn't know what a difference a week would make, and then last week happened, and I'm like, Jesus, this is... Oh my God, it's January 45th already. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 398, our first show of the year 2025. We took a very, very extended break for the first time in a while. I'm not gonna lie, it felt kind of good. It really felt kind of good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. We might have to do this more often when there's like just a natural lull.
I agree.
In wrestling. But we're back now. The Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, unfortunately, again. The Eagles are also in the Super Bowl, unfortunately, again. And all the Giants fans are tearing up because Saquon carried the team, and you guys wasted that money on a quarterback that you cut at the end of the season. Anywho, folks, I'm King Ricky Rose.
Dude, middle of the season.
Middle of the season,
cut him right in the middle.
Yeah, all $44 million down the drain. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, King Ricky Rose, your GM of Wrestle Radio. Thank you guys for coming back and watching with us. We are live right now on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook. If you're watching us live, thank you. Leave some comments, say hi, all of that fun stuff. If you want to follow us, buy some fantastic merch. Links to all of that are in the description below. With me, as always, live from Miami, after being pardoned for January 6th, Will Tarashak, how are you?
Whoa, wait, let's not be spreading this propaganda, all right? Christ, you know where I was on January 6th?
I don't know, where were you, Will?
Watching it from my couch, like most people were and should have been.
That's a likely story.
That's neither here nor there. It's me, it's Willie T, coming to you live from Miami. I am here on work, but work cannot stop me from playing on this podcast. Also, I just want to kind of test out this brand new mic because we're using them on set tomorrow, so it works. That's good to know. Yeah, it does sound great. This is the Shrew M7. It's also known as the Rogan mic. It's the one he uses. A lot of podcasters use. So
you sure you weren't around on January 6th?
They don't sponsor us, but maybe they should.
Maybe.
Right? Kay Murphy, where were you on January 6th?
Saying yes to the dress. That's what they were doing.
Actually, I was doing a wedding-related activity on January 6th, but not for my own wedding. On January 6th, I was driving to a bachelorette party.
Really?
So I was driving upstate to my friend's bachelorette party when the Capitol.
Very good, very good.
Oh yes, I stayed far the fuck away from the Capitol. But 4 years later, it is 2025, and now it is my wedding season, and I did in fact say yes to my wedding dress during our vacation. So I'm very excited. My bachelorette party has been booked.
Yes.
And
where are you going, Kay?
I am going to the Jersey Shore.
Hell yeah.
You should have seen this coming.
Stay classy.
Me and 8 of my friends got a house in Seaside. We're going the weekend of SummerSlam, so I will not be watching SummerSlam because I'm going to be fist pumping in New Jersey.
I mean, we will also be fist pumping. We'll also be fist pumping in New Jersey.
I'll be like an hour and a half away, fist pumping.
Then I have people who are interested. So, Will, remember my friend Mike that we met briefly during night 1 of Mania in Philly?
Yes.
He's definitely down to do
Hell
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, SummerSlam's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. I cannot wait. I hate MetLife, but it's gonna be fun.
I can't wait to like properly tailgate.
And dude, and TNA. We bought TNA tickets during our break too.
Yeah, Kay's going to Slammiversary.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
That's in what, July?
End of July.
July 20th.
End of July.
Yeah, so if we do this right, so I'm potentially going all 3 days maybe. Fanatics Fest is in June. Slammiversary is in July. SummerSlam's in August.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be a hot boy summer, dude.
It is going to be a hot boy summer. Got to bring out my shorts for next summer. It's gonna be good. Get my quads ready and everything.
Doing squats.
Hoochie Daddy shorts?
Maybe. I got the quads for it. Trust me. I used to squat 500 in high school.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was fun.
You played football.
That's right. Yeah, the bar used to bend. It was fun times. It was fun times. But back into the sport of wrestling. So there is a lot that has occurred since we were gone. One of the biggest things that we never really talk about, we kind of have to mention. Wrestle Kingdom happened. Again, I actually watched Wrestle Kingdom Night 1, and then Night 2 was called Wrestle Dynasty. It's literally just Wrestle Kingdom Night 2, except with more people from AEW. That's what Wrestle Dynasty was. Wrestle Kingdom was good for what it was worth. I don't know if any of you watch it. I'm going to say no, so this is going to be a Ricky Solo part.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. That's because I have access to somebody's NJPW world. Thank you, Mr. YLP, for that. The big things that's happened for this is that in my opinion, who's someone who celebrated a birthday a couple of days ago, Mercedes Moné now has 4 belts, and she has 4 belts that she carries.
What?
Yeah, she beat Mina Shirakawa at Wrestle Dynasty and took both of her belts. So now she has 4 belts, Moné. She has the NJPW Strong. She's the TBS champion. She's the Rev Pro Women's champion, and then it's like Queen of the South or something like that. She carries around 4 belts now, and she's only 33 years old. It's kind of crazy. The other big thing happened at Wrestle Dynasty for me was Kenny Omega returned from diverticulitis, and he looked phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. He hasn't missed a step, and that's something that AEW really needs at this point, is a returning Kenny Omega.
Yeah, and diverticulitis never goes away. That is a chronic illness that can be a very difficult to deal with. So basically, Kenny, watch your diet, essentially. My grandfather had it. It's like, thank God I don't have it. I got Crohn's instead. So it's basically just watch your diet, and it's an intestinal disease. But not the best line of work for having a disease like that. Good luck, Ken.
Yeah, there's a reason Brock stopped wrestling, just suplex people for the rest of his career.
Oh my God, he has it too.
He figured it out at UFC.
Yeah, he got the shit kicked out of him with diverticulitis.
Yeah, that's what it was. He's like, maybe I should just go back to professional wrestling.
Yeah, that was a Kane fight. Kane just pounded him into something
like that.
God, I forgot Brock has it too.
Yeah, so Kenny's back. He literally did like a moonsault off of a stanchion, like 20 feet in the air, like Dynamite last week. So like he's fine. Like he's fine. AEW's building to Grand Slam, which is happening in Australia on February 15th. It was supposed to be in a stadium. However,
they couldn't sell enough tickets.
They couldn't sell, so they had to downsize.
Suspicious.
Well, it's because they don't sell in Australia. Like that's not their base. Like I love the effort.
Not to be rude, because Grand Slam is quite literally my hometown event.
It was.
I think they should have stayed in their lane and given Australia something else.
I agree. The Grand Slam should have been a pay-per-view 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
It should have been, but they decided to go away from that, and that's all on them. But AEW has some good things going for them right now. I have been keeping up, thank you, YouTube TV. Samoa Joe returned from injury recently, thank goodness.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the Hurt Business won tag titles because why not?
I saw that.
The Hurt Syndicate won tag titles.
The Hurt Syndicate.
Ricochet's character boggles me. I don't get it.
What's he doing?
Ricochet just loves going into the comment section, which is his first, second, third, fourth, and fifth mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Ricochet got booed at Hammerstein. They threw tissue paper at Ricochet and Hammerstein. It was actually kind of funny.
That's so sad.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like this kind of uppity, like asshole nerdy thing. So I don't get what he's doing. It's like it's not hitting with me. It's just rather annoying.
He's trying to out troll trolls.
Yeah.
Which
it's not working.
If there's certain trolls, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Not wrestling trolls.
No, we'll just go harder.
Wrestling marks are a certain type of troll that are 10 times harder to kill and beat.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun fact, the F5 and Fight Forever is called the Diverticulitis. Are you serious? Are you serious? In the AEW video game, it's called the Diverticulitis. Horrible. Ricochet saying they're still active up here. The other thing, Ricochet is kind of a weird thing. Tony Storm had one of the best promos I've seen. I watched it today on Collision. So they had Collision Homecoming. They returned to Daly's place. And Tony Storm, ever since she lost to Mariah May, she was gone for a while. Then she came back as like original Tony Storm.
Yeah, her old steampunk
Maybe
gimmick.
she had amnesia, right?
Apparently she had amnesia, and so then she
Got bopped on the head.
Yeah, she did a whole fatal 4-way to become a brand new number one contender at Grand Slam for the women's title. So Mariah May versus Tony Storm. So they had a face off at Collision, which they called Collision Homecoming because they're back in Daly's place. Which the setup looks so much better than when they did Daly's place, for the pandemic. So Mariah May was like, "Oh my God!" She's like, "I hate you. You were always a pawn in my plan to become the champion." Blah blah. You eat nothing to me. And Tony Storm was like, "Oh my God! It would be such a pleasure to like wrestle you one day." Or Mariah May just starts to beat the shit out of her. Just starts to beat the shit out of her. She has to get pulled away, and then Tony, while she's on the ground, like battered and beaten, she switches her voice to Timeless Tony. It is like this has been my magnum opus of like an acting performance ever. And
That's funny.
Yeah, and she goes off. I was like, this is a brilliant promo. Like, I don't even like AEW like it, but I was like, this is fucking awesome that she did.
I mean, she's very clever, very talented. I remember last time we did a show, I was just like, I don't get why Tony's going back to her gimmick that didn't really work in the first place.
Yeah.
But it seems like she's making it work, going back and forth. I mean, if she goes back and forth between two characters that have like multiple personality disorder, that's just perfect.
Yeah.
For wrestling. Like, you haven't seen that since Mick Foley in like the '98 Rumble.
Kane also did it for a little bit.
Yeah, Kane. Yeah, that's right. Kane did it for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. True.
So there's that.
It's very hard to pull off, but it looks like Tony's one of those people who can pull it off.
Yeah, because I think the voice. It's the voice. The voices are significantly different that it works out. And then you also have a lot of this Britt Baker rumor. That she might be persona non grata in AEW now, that she's lost a lot of favor, yada, yada, yada. She cheated on Adam Cole. Like, why would you do that to Adam Cole? He's a great man.
He left WWE for you.
That's the rumor.
She denied it.
She denied it, yeah.
She's like, listen, part of the business is dealing with haters and comments in the comment section. But one thing I won't deal with is being called a liar about something like that. So I've just set the record straight. I've never cheated on anyone ever. So who knows? Honestly, I don't care whether she cheated or not.
She's still a dentist. She's fine.
Yeah.
Like, she's still a dentist. She's legally fine. So that's what's going on in the outside world outside of WWE. Within WWE,
they boom in the bed. God damn it, go on.
That's horrible, but I love it. Inside of WWE, they did this whole thing called Raw on Netflix, and I know a bunch of us watched this show. And I will say this. That was the first episode of Raw on Netflix. Was one of the most lawless shows I've ever seen WWE put on. The Rock had a bottle of tequila, chugging it backstage, and then proceeded to get in his truck and drive away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Netflix has no laws.
Travis Scott openly was smoking a blunt to the ring.
Can I just...
Go on.
I screamed at the top of... I never thought in my life I would see my activities on the WWE.
It was a wild episode.
But that's what we do here.
Yeah, he just toting up. And like, also, that arena was fantastic. Like, the way we set up.
I was gonna say the arena looks great. They had like I know it's not called the Staples Center anymore. But
no, it's a new arena. It's called the Intuit Dome, so it's completely different from Staples.
Yeah, the way they have it set up with that inner ring with the big screen.
Oh, the Halo ring, yeah. Like the seats light up, or they gave people the wristbands. That light up and do certain things. I've done research on the arena. Those are lights that are connected to the seats, so you don't have to give them anything.
Right. So it looked and shot absolutely incredible. The drone shots looked great. Mm-hmm. The crowd shots looked great. People are like, there's not enough wrestling on this show. It's
That's
like,
not the point.
Dude, it's not a wrestling show. It's an entertainment spectacle. Why are they showing so many celebrities? Because they're in LA and that's where celebrities live. Like, they do this every time they go to LA.
Yeah.
Like, the show was unreal. And I thought it was apropos that the first match was Roman. the first match on Netflix goes to your top guy, Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Yeah, the main event was great. Punk versus Seth. They beat the fuck out of each other.
He literally gave Seth a
it
black
was
eye.
so good.
Yeah. Like, the show is very, very well put together. Since then, it's been
regular Raw.
okay. Yeah, I like that the show is 2.5 hours. Like, it's very digestible. It's very easy to watch.
For the most part,
I watched the next day, so there's no commercials.
Mhm.
Like, it is a very solid show. I hate that the Raw Vault doesn't have the whole archives of Raw.
Give it
that
time.
needs to change.
Mhm.
I'm confident it will. I think by April, by Post-Mania, probably it will all be on there.
Mhm.
But the fact that it isn't is a very big problem. I hate that I have to now have 3 different subscriptions to watch all of wrestling. Netflix, Peacock for the pay-per-views, and then a cable subscription for SmackDown, which I
CW app
don't
is free.
own.
Oh, for NXT. Well, yeah, also. But
Yeah, no, CW app is free.
And they have next day for NXT on the CW
I think
app.
it's like if you have a cable subscription though. I don't know if it's
I
CW
don't
app
know.
is like for it as well. I'm not sure.
I think you need a cable subscription
Yeah.
to access the
Like, you
CW.
gotta, yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
like,
don't
log into-
actually. I know that for
provider.
a fact because on my TV in my bedroom that's not connected to cable or anything. I also have YouTube TV and I still can use the CW app. So it's totally free.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's super inconvenient as
Right
a
now.
fan.
Yeah.
Right now, once that the deal is up for SmackDown, they're definitely going to Netflix. The ratings for Netflix has been pretty solid because
They did
They
a
don't
4
really-
or 5 on the first episode.
yeah, it's not that they don't care about the live streaming numbers, but the plus the stream day, like stream day plus, so it's like within 24 hours of airing, and then the +3 numbers are what's really important. That's how people just watch TV now.
Yeah.
Like Raw is very rarely appointment television. Doesn't have to be because it's streaming.
You can
right?
just rewatch it. Yeah.
Their audience is conditioned to watch it like that. So I think this move is 100% the right time and the right move for WWE to make. And I can't wait for SmackDown to go on there and
NXT
maybe
at
all
some
the
point.
pay-per-views. Who
Yeah.
knows? I mean, who knows what's gonna happen to all the archives? Like I wouldn't be surprised if ECW and WCW just fall away to the ether and they don't find a home.
Yeah.
Which would be very upsetting, but I would not be surprised if that happens.
Yeah, 2 other highlights from Raw on Netflix. Number 1, more highlights from Raw on Netflix. Topanga and Corey in the crowd. My 90s soul. Freaking Macaulay Culkin showing up had
Macaulay
probably
Culkin.
had one of the best pops.
And you mean Eric?
Eric, my fault, not Corey.
That was
because
that was
if
not
you,
Corey.
yeah, it's definitely not Corey, and it will never be Corey. Because if you look back at Boy Meets World, Corey is a horrible person.
Yeah, they all hate him.
Corey is a
Yeah,
horrible-
fuck you, Vivek Ramaswamy. All right?
Sorry, not to be
Mr.
rude, but I
Gotta
am
be
a
more like
diehard
Screech.
Boy Meets World fan.
Yeah. But also, what else did you have? The Los Angeles crowd booing the crap out of Hulk Hogan. So much that he has not returned since.
God bless. Honestly.
Yeah, people were surprised. I'm like, surprised about what? The dude showed up at the RNC and the Trump rally, ripped his shirt off, and you're in LA before the fire. So
Yeah.
yeah, dude, and he's not even there for wrestling. He's there to hawk beer.
Called Real American Beer, which probably tastes disgusting.
I mean, I bet it tastes great. Not gonna lie.
I bet it's an IPA.
No, he
No, I
would,
think
he
it's
would
a-
say it
I
was
think it's a
IPA.
lager.
If it's
I think
it's
it's- I
probably
think
a
it's a
lager.
lager.
It's probably a lager.
But either way, that is a recipe
For disaster.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute disaster.
Like, what were you thinking?
He has a bad track record with the fans recently anyways. Like, it's not a good idea. I felt bad.
I mean, I'm still gonna cheer for Hulk
I felt
Hogan until the
bad
day
for
he
Jimmy.
dies.
I feel bad for
Yeah,
Jimmy
but I
Hart,
also
though.
felt bad for Jimmy Hart.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn, Jimmy, you didn't deserve this.
Yeah.
You know when it went backstage, Hogan went, Jimmy,
What the
what
hell,
did
man?
you do? What did you do to these people?
Jimmy, they hate you, man. Just totally did. The other thing, was from the Raw debut. Obviously, we talked about Punk, but as Raw continued, the next week we had the unbelievable debut of Penta.
Yes.
Penta and his entrance has just gotten better. He has like 3 shirts. 2 versions of the mask are on WWE Shop. Nothing Tony Khan and AEW ever did for him was even. They never sold a mask for Penta in AEW, which is a massive mistake.
AEW's
Did it?
merch is abysmal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the biggest flaw in their business. The fact that they don't have good merch or accessible merch, or when you go to the shows, there's not more than like a merch table.
Hell, they even destroyed the merch. They destroyed the merch table on Dynamite last week.
Okay, so then you can there's literally no place to buy merch.
The only AEW merch I have, besides like CM Punk's like original shirt, is what's it called? I have a bunch of MJF merch, but I don't want to leave the house in it. And I like, and that's not a shade on MJF. I love MJF. I'm not ashamed of being a fan of his. But like wrestling shirts, a lot of wrestling shirts in particular are fucking embarrassing to wear.
Trick Williams has a shirt that says "Trickin' ain't easy."
Honestly, like I almost bought a Scissor Me Daddy Ass shirt for fun, and I like in retrospect, I'm very glad that I didn't.
Well, that's also going to be a relic now because the Acclaimed are no more.
R.I.P.
Yeah, the Acclaimed broke up.
Dude, Kevin Owens' shirts have been really funny.
They're all just dusty remakes.
Yeah. It was like the Canadian Dream, son of like a business technician.
It was son of like an electrician, I think, or something like that.
Like Cody sucks
an electric technician.
Yeah. But back to the Penta debut. I've never seen a more perfect debut, I don't think. He
was
nailed
wonderful.
Everything. And also, Chad Gable needs to get his flowers because Chad Gable sold the hell out of for him.
Dude, Chad Gable just has the worker's curse, man. He's too good a worker.
He's too good, yeah.
He's too good a worker.
He's too good. Penta's entrance is phenomenal. He cut a pretty solid promo. He even sold his leg injury pretty bad. I was like, did they really just hurt Penta on the first episode, on his first debut match?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a good behind the scenes thing too. Like after Raw, like Kathy Kelly goes up and interviews him.
Yeah,
he had a good play 2-3 minutes. Like, what are your goals? He's like, what do you want to do here? He's like, everything. And I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. People also forget, and I totally forgot this too until it started popping up again. Penta was Lucha Underground.
Yes, he wrestled.
Yes, he was.
He wrestled Chelsea Green in Lucha Underground.
Chelsea Green. He wrestled. Mm-hmm. He wrestled EO
Ricochet.
in Lucha. EO Ricochet. Rey Mysterio. There's a match with him in Lucha Underground.
He also wrestled. Swerve.
Yes.
Swerve was in the mask.
Because he was Kill Switch.
Killshot.
Or
yes. Kill Switch, Killshot, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, dude, the amount of people who've been through Lucha Underground, like he had a very good feud with Ivelisse before she ruined her career.
Yeah.
I forgot about her.
Him in Lucha Underground was very terrifying. Him and Vampiro.
Yes.
Up until the build up to the very first, like whatever the WrestleMania was, the Lucha, whatever their big event was.
Yeah.
Him and Vampiro had an incredible feud.
Yeah.
Remember Lucha Underground was on Netflix?
Yeah. You and Dave wouldn't shut up about it. You guys loved it.
It was really good. I watched most of it before it got taken off of Netflix.
Yeah. I wonder if Netflix
the arena was
supporting
sick too.
Yeah. The Azteca Arena or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Even Paul London was in Lucha Underground. That is correct, Freds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lucha Underground was a time, and WWE needs to acquire that library in some way, shape, or form, because that'd be a great thing for people to look back at. But I do after watching Penta, and he definitely stole like La Parker's walk, because he kind of prances to the ring.
I like that he doesn't do the Cerro Miedo thing
all the time,
every 4 seconds.
Yeah.
He does it in the entrance and like does it before a big move. That's it.
Lucha Underground's on
Drew McIntyre do
Tubi.
the 3-2-1 before every single move. that was a big gripe of mine. I hate the 3-2-1 in general, but that was a big gripe of mine of Penta in Lucha and AEW. He did that too much crowd work, and I like that his name is just Penta.
Yeah.
Not Penta El Cerro M or Pentagon Jr. Pentagon would have been fine, but Penta, it works. Yeah, it's way better than Cope.
His entrance is phenomenal. That entrance was badass. Like it's
great.
Yeah,
so good. And I
can't wait. I cannot wait for him to turn heel on Rey Mysterio.
I think that is a WrestleMania match. Rey versus Penta, the battle of the best luchadors.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I'm like, that's like a night 1 or a night 2 mid card match, and I'm like,
or you just wait for Rey Fenix to come in and them and the Motor City Machine Guns just tear it the fuck up for like 6 months.
That would be fucking sick.
I mean, them
Do
and
we
them and
know
the
when
War
Ray
Raiders would
Phoenix's
be really good
contract
too.
is up?
Like WWE's tag division is pretty solid right now.
Yeah, just no more
getting
Judgment Day because JD McDonough almost died on camera last night.
Well, that's fine. We don't need more Judgment Day. They've rendered.
Did anybody see that bump besides me?
No, I haven't watched Raw yet.
Okay, so he went to
yeah.
do a springboard moonsault, and like he got caught by I think Ivar, but he was so far back that when he fell backwards, he fell on the corner of that new announce table, which does not budge,
Ooh.
and his head whiplash back.
Yeah, the announce table looks great.
It
but
won't break. It will
it
not
won't
break.
I like that the other ones is folded like a milk carton.
Yeah, I was like, this is a problem. Like, are we just not going to do announcer spots now? Yeah, it doesn't break.
Maybe.
So McDonough, quick update, because he tweeted earlier today.
Yeah, like broken ribs
And a punctured lung.
Yeah, that's good. That hurts.
He's out for a while. He's not doing Mania. He's done. He's out for at least 3 months, I would say.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
because you can't really
your ribs need to heal,
and you can't brace them. Yeah, you can't brace them.
Yeah, you can't take any contact.
Yeah, he's out for a while,
and then you got to get back into ring shape.
Yeah,
maybe 6 months. I don't know. I'm just pulling out of my ass. I have no idea, but
it's plausible. But I don't see him coming. He might come back SummerSlam. But yeah, no. Once you watch that bump, or you can pull it up because you can definitely like search it and you'll see it. It was rough. Michael Cole was like, "This isn't part of the show." He was like, "Someone needs to go check on him right now." Like he looked like he died because he was kind of like in like almost a fetal position on the ground after he took the hit.
Well, yeah, I would assume that would hurt a lot.
Yeah, he somehow finished the match.
Professional, man. I don't know how wrestlers
psychotic.
do it. Yeah, I don't know how wrestlers do it, but you see that a lot, except for Big Cass. But you see that a lot where wrestlers always finish the match.
Yeah,
maybe it was Enzo.
Maybe it's
I think it was
adrenaline.
Big Cass instead of Enzo. Enzo finished his match when he got concussed.
Mm-hmm.
No, they called that match when he got concussed.
Did they? Oh no, they did call it.
They call it. Yeah, no, it's probably mostly adrenaline that he can just power through, and then once the adrenaline comes down, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah, probably. You know? I mean, the craziest is still Triple H with the torn quad.
Yeah, because
I don't know how you can walk.
You can see it roll.
Yeah,
you can see it roll up.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. But anyway, Raw Netflix, I think, very good start. I love it.
It's a great show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's very fun. It's a very fun show.
Very fun, very awesome. They're still in Atlanta tonight for NXT.
I like that Adam Pearce is still a figure on TV, an authority figure, because he's earned that spot. He's
absolutely
excellent. Because there are rumors that he was no longer be taken off TV. He's like a farewell tweet as well. But
yeah, I saw that too. But I think he was saying goodbye to the USA Network, maybe?
Maybe.
But he's doing a great job. What's his name on SmackDown's doing a great job.
Nick Aldis. Yeah.
I like that they're doing trades. It's a fresh coat of paint, like what Damian Priest is on SmackDown, Bayley's on Raw,
Miz
like,
is on SmackDown.
Of course he is. He always flip flops. So I like that they're doing this trade. So like a whole draft. It's just like, all right, these people are here now.
They're calling it like the transfer period.
Transfer period.
I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah, freshen it up.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It all makes all the sense in the world. It's new year, new you, new glow.
Yeah, and the New Day Sucks shirt is out, which is going to be awesome. Also, WWE made a big acquisition in the form of a partnership, I think a week or so ago, officially announcing the multi-year partnership with TNA Wrestling.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Holy crap. And they did not waste any time, as NXT was prevalent in TNA's Genesis pay-per-view from the other weekend. Ashanti the Adonis showed up. JBL was there again for some.
Dude, Xavier Woods giving JBL $2 on Raw.
Yeah.
It made my day.
Cora Jade showed up to probably challenge Masha Slamovich. We got Fraxium versus the Rascals on TNA TV this past week.
Ooh.
TNA did a live show for the first time in years. They did a live Impact show, Will, for the first time in a very long time.
A very long time.
Yeah.
Over a decade, probably.
Yeah. Todd Phillips is the announcer there. Face Fuck Me Phillips.
Face Fuck Me Phillips, dude. He's been there a
Yeah.
while too.
Phillips.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember what was his name? Jeremy Borash? Not Jeremy Borash.
Jeremy Borash.
God, Matt, what was his name? Jeremy Borash was like the backstage announcer forever.
Was it Matt something?
Not Matt Stryker. He was there for a little bit too. But you know who I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
Yeah, like the spike tips for a while.
Yes. I know who you're talking about.
Like the babyface kid. I forget his name, but he was there for a long time.
Yeah, so
He was used to be on SmackDown. He was a good announcer.
yeah, I forgot.
But Face Fuck Me Phillips, I'm glad he's doing well.
He's the
there.
lead. One of the Rusev Day member of the Vaudevillains is the what's his name?
Oh, Aiden English.
Aiden English is the color commentary. He's actually really good.
He's very good. Dolph Ziggler's still there. Right?
Dolph
In
Ziggler,
TNA.
yes, at TNA Genesis, Dolph Ziggler dropped the TNA World Heavyweight title to Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is now the TNA World Champion.
Amazing. You know, Dolph's going straight to the
Love
Rumble.
that.
Mance Warner returned this past week on TNA. We got I think Fraxia might show up again to face the Hardys. Wes Lee showed up to mess with the no Joey Matthews threats, please. So TNA is in a great spot.
It might have been Joey Matthews.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking of somebody else that's also a Joey. But this is a great
not
deal.
Joey Matthews. That's Joey Mercury. Who's Joey Matthews?
This is a big deal for WWE and TNA in particular. TNA now has the backing of WWE. You're going to see a lot of NXT integration. Obviously, the NXT and TNA thing worked rather well. Jordan Grace just left, doing the job for a returning Tessa Blanchard, who again, after beating Jordan Grace, the crowd started chanting, "She's a racist."
Oop.
As they should.
You know, she tried to cut a promo on Thursday's TNA and she got booed out the building. And now, lo and behold, apparently Jordan Grace has signed a multi-year deal with WWE. So Jordan Grace is on the way. Thank you, TNA. Her husband, Jonathan Gresham's deal with TNA is almost up too, so he might jump ship somewhere as well. So TNA and WWE are big. They were going to be following a little bit more TNA since we kind of have to because we're going to Slammiversary. So we kind of have to be a little bit aware of what's going on.
Josh Matthews.
Josh Matthews, there it is. Okay, you're right. And so with all of this happening, there's a lot of people that just randomly pop up back again in WWE for something. You have Dolph Ziggler, Steph DeLanda, formerly known as Persia Parada from NXT, could show up. Joe Hendry obviously is going to make a return as well. But I think the funniest one ever is that by way of this partnership, Top Dollar has backdoored his way back into WWE.
Yeah, kind of. He's not going to show up there, but yeah. I
You
mean,
never know.
I guess, right?
You never know. Top Dollar backdoored his way. You can get Santino and his daughter, Ariana Grace,
Yeah.
do segments together.
Oh, I forgot his daughter was signed.
Yeah, she's signed with NXT. She actually shows up. She apparently, as in her pageant queen character, she's the official NXT liaison for TNA. So she just randomly shows up and also
Fancy.
I think it would be cool for a lot of NXT talent to also go on TNA and get some little more exposure on actual, they actually have exposure on television already, but it's a little more exposure. Like Roxanne Perez, I think, could do a few matches over there.
yeah.
Obafemi, I know he's champion, but Obafemi could just do whatever the fuck he wants over there. Like him and Moose need a match.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Moose finally can go into WWE now.
Yep.
Just randomly.
Yeah.
Trick Williams would do really great over there.
Sammy Callahan could pop over to NXT.
Like Trick Williams versus Dolph Ziggler
Oh, yes.
would be an
That would be really
amazing match.
Yeah.
And the Knockouts division. Their Knockouts division has always been a huge standout in TNA. They've always taken a lot of pride in how much they put into their Knockouts division.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of room there. I know NXT's women's roster is also doing very, very well now
My
too.
lord, they're freaking loaded in NXT.
They're so cute. All the women there are just so adorable.
I am a big Stephanie Vaquer fan.
Cute as a button, Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, Roxanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, for me, it's all about Stephanie Vaquer. It goes, at this point, it goes like Mercedes and then Stephanie, but that's just me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But moving on from that, also, most recently we had Saturday night's main event, which emanated from San Antonio. And a return of 97 Shawn Michaels for like 5 seconds.
That super kick looked great. It looked great. It was a great kick.
Yeah.
It was a great kick.
You know what did it
All
for
I
me?
want.
When he started hopping around, I was like, oh my God, he can still do this.
Tuned up the band, dude.
Yeah.
Tuned up the
As
band.
soon as it happened. Saturday night's main event was what it was. Jay put on a good match against Gunther. Gunther did great.
What Jesse the Body still didn't know if he was a face or a heel, making fun of the governor. We got a few inches of snow there. What's the problem?
I will watch Saturday night's main event for Jesse Body Ventura all the time. He's
He
amazing.
was like, dude, he was so mad the ref missed his spot, kind of. he didn't actually see it. He should have finished the 3 count. Sheamus should be the champion. Dude, he was just like, Michael Cole would like try to like, move past it, but Jesse the Body brought it right back.
You cannot tell Jesse the Body Ventura what to do for anything at all.
Triple H is in the back is going, he's like, I should have thought twice.
Did you see
this contract?
Did you see
Vince was right. Vince was right.
Did you see what shirt Jesse was wearing?
Yeah, it was something weird.
I don't remember what it said.
So it was because it said Jesse something. It's the spoof of another shirt that's a swingers resort.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesse the Body is 100% a swinger.
But yeah, Sheamus and Braun Breaker put on a good match. I want to see this drag out so that Sheamus wins the Intercontinental title at
Dude, he's 0 for 10.
at Mania. Is he 0 for 10 for IC title defenses?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's 0 for 10.
Goodness gracious. I like Saturday night's main event. I know they're contractually obligated to do 2 more, but if this was like a once a month thing.
No, too much.
Too much? Maybe every 2 months?
Once a quarter.
Once a quarter?
Yeah, once a quarter.
I like it.
I didn't realize we were getting it this soon until it happened.
No one did until they announced it.
Like, put it this way, right? You do it the month before Big Four. So February,
That's good.
July, October.
Okay. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Just kind of like an extra build to whatever that big thing is. All right, I like it.
Yeah, or it's just it's just a throwaway TV card. You know what I mean? This match, nothing. This card was so predictable, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're contractually obligated to do this.
But it's on primetime TV, so it works for an audience perspective. Like you just.
I mean, it's still fun. Matches were great. Jay Uso and Gunther tore the house down.
Yeah, I love the setup. I love the close walkway.
Yep.
And the security behind them. Yeah.
It's like, wow, Braun Strowman totally doesn't need a security, but here they are.
Security guys took their job way too seriously too.
Well, they're extra, dude. They're like
They're
one
probably
wrestlers.
extra. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That used to be LA Knight, right? Show some respect.
That's very, very true. So yeah, so we're about to get into the Royal Rumble for 2025. But before we get to that, it was announced very early that the 2026 Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia, so that means afternoon Rumble. I'm kind of all for it.
Where are the women going to go?
It's in Saudi Arabia, so I don't know how we're going to do a women's Rumble.
Wait. Let me check the TKO stock. Yeah, love it.
Very fair. Very fair. It's a
their stocks exploded in the past year since I bought it.
Yeah.
It's been pretty crazy.
So it's a weird thing because I have thoughts about this. I was like, my big thing was there was eventually going to be a Big Four in the modern era that was going to be outside of the United States. It was inevitable at this point. I get the Royal Rumble because it's a great event for a Big Four. Will and I have been to Royal Rumble. It's phenomenal. It's one of the most fun pay-per-views that you can ever go to. My thing is, Saudi Arabia got a Rumble in a Big Four before the United Kingdom?
Hey, you know how much money?
That's crazy.
You know how much money Saudi threw at the
Probably,
WWE?
yeah.
That they threw more money. Probably the United Kingdom is even worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it this way, dude. The state of Mississippi has a higher GDP than the United Kingdom.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to double check that at some point.
So it's funny. Like if Canada became a state and Mr. Fretz and I became countrymen, they'd become one of the poorest states in the nation.
That's wild.
It's based off GDP because outside London,
Mm-hmm.
it's just dirt poor.
That makes sense. London's a great city, though. I've been there. Fun times. But yeah.
So it's all about money. This is strictly a business decision. You can call it sports washing if you want, but this WWE in Saudi Arabia has had this partnership for what, 7 years almost?
It's getting close to the 10-year mark.
Yeah, so and they're going to renew.
Yeah.
You know they're going to renew. They have the WWE experience over there. WWE is now it's like weirdly integrated into Saudi Arabian culture.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like and them as a country is doing a great push to bring in that American consumer, that American dollar together with Live Golf.
They already own golf, yeah. So
yeah, they own golf. They're doing it with wrestling. Like this is happening whether we like it or not. So
I'm interested to see how they do it.
surprising.
You know, because I think the big thing for me is that Rumbles, the Royal Rumble in general, I'll talk about it later, it's also a big thing for like, especially I think in the women for like, it's like kind of a Met Gala type thing where they wear different stuff, like Sasha Banks coming out of Sailor Moon. You know, Zelina Vega does whatever Street Fighter character for whatever Street Fighter she's doing, you know, that year. It's always kind of like this weird fashion showcase. And with a lot of the cultural restrictions that Saudi has, especially with female talent, are they going to be able to do that? Like, don't get me wrong. I do kind of enjoy the creativity that some of the female performers have with their like full body outfits. And sometimes they look really good. Yeah. You know, but there's going to be a lot less. There's going to be more kind of restrictions on that. So it's going to be interesting how they finagle this.
My main concern is how they're going to fill 30 women. Because in the States, you know, it's very easy to
That's
bring
also the other concern, too.
Women from TNA, NXT, or Japan, New Japan, or, you know, what have you. It's easier to source that talent. And it's going to be even more expensive to, one, fly them over there, make sure there's no booking constraints, because it'll be there a whole week. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So, and who knows if there's like a legal liability because they're technically not contracted under the company. So it's going to be difficult to fill 30 women because you need to rely on independent talent to fill that, or legends to fill that card.
Yeah, and like you know the surprises are going to be ruined because people are going to see them flying out from wherever.
Yeah, precisely.
Are they going to be allowed to have 30 women?
I don't know.
Yes.
I would say so,
I think so, because, I mean, we all thought, remember the first one we thought Renee Young was going to wear her job on commentary because she was part of the commentary team?
Yeah, and she was perfectly fine, yeah.
And she didn't.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how are women going to wrestle? Is it first with the giant T-shirts?
Yeah.
They've come a long way with the dress code.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia has definitely come a long way, at least on camera.
Yeah.
So, but who knows? I think we think it's a bigger issue than it is. And I think WWE has thought about this because they've had a women's rumble, but it's not going to have one. Like, that's just bad optics.
Yeah, you can't post
I could see them. I could see them if they don't do the women's rumble at the Rumble, doing it on SmackDown or some shit or Raw following the Rumble.
I think that would be a giant misstep.
That'd be a big middle finger to your talent.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But who knows if even if 30 women are allowed to compete in Saudi Arabia, finding 30 women that will be comfortable.
That's also the case.
May be difficult as well.
I mean, the opportunity and the money speak for itself. So if you say no. I
had read that Punk specifically refuses to work in Saudi Arabia. So like Punk's not going to be in the Rumble next year.
That doesn't surprise me. But then again, what if they go, Triple H goes, Phil, you're winning. He'll be there.
It's possible.
I don't think so. I think if Triple H told Punk that he was going to win the Rumble, but he had to be in Saudi Arabia, he would say no.
That is also a very Punk thing to do.
I could see him saying no. I can, but I don't think he would.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, we've got a year for them to figure this out. So a lot can happen in a year. We've seen what's happened in a week so far. Is it 1965 already again? Anywho, moving on.
Sami Zayn refused to go for how long? Right? How long was Sami Zayn either A, refused to go, or B, couldn't go? I forget which one it was.
It was. And then, I believe it was a mixture of both.
And then when he's there, he gets the biggest pop.
He's a new Mansoor.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised how big a pop he's gotten in Saudi Arabia because of the issues we heard about backstage or what have you.
Yeah, but I think he also has the same religious or practices the same religion as the majority of the people there as well. Which I think helped out.
A form of Muslim, probably, right?
I think it's just straight. Muslim. Islam. Sorry, it's Islam. Because they also documented when he went to Mecca. They say they did the same thing with Mustafa Ali, who also now can return to WWE. Because he just re-signed with TNA. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, and he's actually, because he got cut before, he's actually owed a North American title shot. Because they cut him before he got the shot.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yes, but on to this year's Royal Rumble at Indianapolis, coming from Lucas Oil Stadium, which actually is probably going to look fantastic when they do a WrestleMania there in a couple of years. Home of the Indianapolis Colts. Royal Rumble, real quick, 6 p.m. on Saturday. Pre-show starts at 4, show starts at 6.
That's going to be good. That's going to be great.
Put that in your calendars or whatever. It's dinner and Rumble. It's going to be great. I was watching a creator on an app that'll probably be banned in 60 days, where they associated Royal Rumble as WWE's homecoming. And I don't know if there's a better, more appropriate terminology for it. It is the homecoming for WWE. People come back, but you don't think. You have new people show up and debut. It is clearly a homecoming with surprises galore. As we've already said, it is probably the most
fun,
the most unpredictable, one of the most unpredictable pay-per-views of the year. And Will and I have only been to one. And
really?
I've still never gone. It's the only Big Four I haven't been to.
We need to, if it ever is on somewhere in the Northeast or what have you.
We're going.
Yeah, oh yeah, you will lose your mind. Like Will and I were lucky that we got the first women's Rumble.
It's like bucket list for me is to go to the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of places we need to go to, Will, keep us in mind because there is a big rumor that Mania 42 New Orleans.
I did see that and I got scared.
That's true. We almost didn't make it on Bourbon Street.
I will 10,000. What's going? What rumored for? What next year?
Next year, yeah.
Oh, shit, so I'm planning a wedding next year probably. So
I will be married already.
I might fly down to Atlanta and road trip with Charles from Atlanta to New Orleans.
I mean, that actually sounds fun. I might do the same thing. Actually, that sounds actually pretty fun. Depending on also like a flight to New Orleans and Atlanta is probably gonna be about the same cost anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Might as well just do a 6-hour road trip to the south.
I mean, it's gonna come down to this the same thing it comes down to every year, just the cost.
Yeah,
like Philly, I was like, what cost? It's close.
Yeah,
but like Vegas is just the flights, the hotel, everything in Vegas.
Single tickets for Mania, which went on sale like 2 weeks ago, which is such a slap in the face. Single tickets for Mania, the lowest prices were $700 for nosebleed.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I believe that. That sounds very believable. And I'm telling you, Hall of Fame in a Sphere would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the Sphere. But
the Sphere's really cool. I can talk about the Sphere in the post show.
Yeah, but so Royal Rumble coming. Before we get to that Royal Rumble and talk about all that fun stuff, obviously they're gonna have the Royal Rumble Superstore at the Indiana Convention Center and the photo experience. So you have people here on this graphic: Tiffy, Jay, Cody, Bianca making appearances at the store. Okay. At the store. Ooh. But the photo experience is a Comic-Con level of photo opportunities spanning 4 days. They use the same interface that Comic-Con uses. The amount of people are you looking at the list right now?
No, I'm just looking at a graphic.
Oh yeah. So the amount of people you can get a photo with between Thursday and Sunday this weekend includes these people. I'm doing this in alphabetical order because that's how they're listed. A-Town Down Under, Alpha Academy, American Made, Andrade, Bailey, Bianca, Big E, Blair Davenport, because she's still on the roster, Braun Strowman, Braun Breaker, Carlito, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Chelsea Green, CM Punk is sold out, Cody Rhodes is sold out. Dakota Kai may not actually be there because she took one of the hardest missile dropkicks I've ever seen. She got rocked. Damian Priest is sold out. DIY, Dom Mysterio,
Wow.
Drew McIntyre is sold out. Finn Balor and JD McDonough, it's just going to be Finn Balor. Io Sky, Jey Uso is sold out. Jimmy Uso, Kairi Sane, Karrion Kross and Scarlett, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, LA Knight, Legado del Fantasma, Liv Morgan is sold out. Ludwig Kaiser, the LWO, Lyra Valkyria, Maxine Dupree, Mia Yim Meechin, Montez Ford by himself, Motor City Machine Guns, Naomi, Natalia, Nia Jax. Omos is going to be around as well because he dropped his tag titles because he was in Pro Wrestling Noah for about 2 months.
I was gonna say, I thought he was in TNA.
No, he's in Pro Wrestling Noah. Penta, Piper Niven, Pretty Deadly, Pure Fusion Collective, R-Truth, Raquel Rodriguez, Rey Mysterio is sold out, Rhea Ripley is sold out, Sami Zayn is sold out, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, Tiffy Stratton, Trish Stratus, War Raiders.
Wait, Tiffany Stratton isn't sold out?
She will be.
I know. I'm keeping tabs on everyone who's sold out already, and that's very surprising that Tiffy is not sold out yet.
She will be. Tiffy, it's probably because she's from Minnesota and they're right next to each other. Trish Stratus, War Raiders, the entire Wyatt Six, Xavier Woods, and Zelina Vega. You have the opportunity to get photos with all of them throughout 4 days in Indianapolis.
All right. So number one on my list is Karrion Kross and Scarlett. So I can go, Karrion, just scoot,
out of the way, please.
Yeah, I'm scoot. I paid for this, and I didn't pay for you.
I mean, also, I would love to get a photo of Pretty Deadly. They just seem like really fun idiots.
It do seem like fun. We would do a great pose.
I have a Mania prediction for Pretty Deadly.
Oh, I know what this one is. We can talk about that at another time. I also
do you know my prediction?
Yes, it involves Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes, it does.
Yes. I mean, I also would love to get some time with like Kaden Carter and Katana, seeing I went to school with one of them.
Yeah, Braun Breaker too. I'd like to do a picture with Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker seems like tons of fun.
Yeah, you would just talk about football with him, I bet.
And he didn't play football; he was a strong man.
He gives.
But he knows football. All right,
he definitely does. He definitely does. Also, I mean, Penta being available immediately is crazy. Also, when Raw comes to MSG, like the pre-show hospitality meet and greet is with Penta.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Who else is on this list? I have a picture of Michin. I would love to take a picture of Trish Stratus again because why the hell not? It's Trish Stratus.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I would also love to talk to Biggie, be like, "Hey, Biggie, how you doing, man? How you doing? Do you want a hug? Do you want a hug?"
You like so Biggie. I got my friend Charles. New Day 2.
We can dance.
We're both charismatic.
Yeah, so that's gonna go on. I'm pretty stoked for that because that means that they're gonna go all out for a lot of future PLEs as well. But let's get into the first match, which is probably gonna be the final match as things are going. The Royal Rumble men's match. The people that have already been announced for the Royal Rumble men's match include John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, Penta, Braun Breaker, Chad Gable, and Rey Mysterio.
And Drew McIntyre. You scheduled for Drew.
Drew's there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That there alone is one of the most stacked Rumble cards ever.
Yeah, I'm trying to think my final four. I'm like Cena, yup. Reigns, yup. Punk, yup. Seth, yup. Drew McIntyre, yup. I'm at 5. Jey Uso, yup. So yeah, that final 5, that final 4 is going to be crazy. I think Wild Horse is, that's not the term, Wild Horse. Whatever.
Wild card.
Dark
Horse. There you go. Thank you.
There you go. One of them.
Dark Horse is what the fuck's his name? The giant dude. I love you solo.
Oh, Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu is in the final 4.
Yeah, he's
eliminating 22 people. Like the ring's gonna be full. We're like, wow, there's a lot of people in this ring, and like 17. I love you, Solo, and he just eliminates like 4 people just by like flicking his wrist.
I really need a Jacob Fatu like emote or one of his taunts in 2K25 to be "I love you, Solo."
Yeah, it's that I love you, Solo.
Oh man,
they're getting ready to put that rocket ship to him, man.
Yeah, he literally killed Braun Strowman on Saturday Night's Main Event.
Solo who? Yeah. Well, like Solo who gives a shit. This dude's here.
Yeah. So we got to do a couple of things. Obviously, we are restarting.
Daquan's totally right. Jacob Fatu is going to say the N-word on TV. Right?
So we got to do a couple of things. We are going to restart our prediction war for this year, but we do have to congratulate Mr. Tarashok by winning last year's prediction war by only 6 points, actually.
Yeah, I stumbled at the end of the year.
Yeah, I stumbled early. That's why I didn't win it. So. But you won by 6 points. So congratulations to Will. We got to.
What was my total count?
136.
Nice.
Ooh.
I had 130. K, you were at 120.
Not bad.
Okay,
Not
okay.
bad
You'll get them this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a better headspace this year.
This is true. All right. So as we restart this, obviously you got to pick your winner of the Rumble. But this time, for surprise entrance or people coming back, you have 6 slots to fill. So who would like to go first? I will start with my surprise people. I saw your hand late, Kay. My apologies.
You're all good.
My surprise people, Dolph Ziggler for the men's, most definitely. And I don't want Nick Nemeth. I want here to show the world.
I'm here to do the job. I'm here to do the job. Come on,
Oscar bait.
I want
Oscar bait.
He needs to come out number 1.
I love him.
God, yes. Awesome. I think Seth comes out number 1 though.
Probably because it's Seth.
That would make sense.
But Dolph is number 2 would be excellent.
All right, so here's what these is something I've talked about. This is just my fantasy booking of this Rumble spot. It involves Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes somehow finds a way to like either be really sneaky and not get eliminated while everybody else gets eliminated to the point where he's like the only one in the ring waiting for the next.
The Miz spot when he comes up from under the ring.
Yeah, but he becomes the only one in the ring at some period of time whenever he gets in, and then he's waiting for the next person to come in, and then you just hear Trick Williams music. So Trick comes as a surprise, and you.
Okay, you got a Trick. Okay, yup.
And then out of nowhere, Booker T shows up on commentary, like,
here we go.
Yes. And then when they've had their fighting, and then they're still in the ring, Trick and Mello fighting, and then they both get eliminated by the next entrant being Obafemi. Because I think it is a guarantee that Obafemi shows up in this Rumble and becomes a clean out. So that puts me at 3 right now. The women are a lot easier to book for surprises than the men. Since he's being surprising, it technically would be a big surprise. AJ Styles is returning.
Okay.
I think Styles comes.
Oh, I forgot about AJ Styles.
I think Styles comes back. Also, we will get the re-debut of Aleister Black.
I agree.
Oh, is his contract up, or did he get released?
He's done.
He's done. So on
his contract, and I know he's out of AEW, but is his contract up? And he has a no compete clause, maybe.
I doubt AEW put a no compete clause, but I think Aleister comes back.
Okay.
Also because his faction, it's not the Dark Order. Whatever.
The House of Black.
House of Black. They've been cutting promos saying it's a new House of Black.
Yeah.
So
I know he's done with AEW.
You know,
saying Kenny.
They're called the Hounds of Hell.
It's the Hounds of Hell now, yeah.
Which is very similar to what I did back in the day in NYWC.
You should sue MJF. That's what you should do. You definitely gave him that idea. Another person that might show up, AJ, Aleister, Dolph, Trick, Oba. My 6th person. This is easy because he hasn't been announced yet. Omos.
Omos
is coming. Yeah.
27 spot.
Yep, something like that. Some big dude. Some big, like he'll just clean house for some reason. I would even love to see Omos and Oba.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be fun.
But my winner overall, the men's winner is really hard to choose, to be completely honest with you. Because you could go so many different ways. However, the way Raw ended, Punk's winning.
You think so? Punk's winning?
Yeah, that promo they cut, him and Cody, I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold for them, Punk and Cody.
Punk and Cody would be a very good match.
Somebody, it's in the tip of the crowd in Discord. Somebody was like,
it would be a very good program too.
Yeah, somebody tweeted that like there was a report that that TVs were flying out of windows in Jacksonville when that promo was getting cut.
That's funny.
So yeah, so Kay, I know you had your hand raised. So who do you got for the men's rumble?
All right. My list is similar to yours. So I obviously put Aleister Black, and I obviously put Obafemi.
Okay.
So I put Joe Hendry.
Yep.
Damn it, that was the other one. I forgot.
Yep, Joe Hendry on my list.
I put Jeff Hardy.
Okay.
You know what? You were never not going to pick Jeff.
You don't understand. CM Punk, Aleister Black, and Jeff Hardy are like the three that I'll never say no to.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get all three of them in the same match, it's over for me. Just letting everyone know.
I'll be hearing your screams from all the way out here on Long Island.
Yes. You will. I am also predicting that Bad Bunny enters the Rumble.
Good call.
Good, very good call.
Because
yep.
Honestly,
he also just dropped a new album.
I don't know if he dropped a new album. It is fabulous, but he went on. He did Hot Ones, and they brought up him. They brought up him being the best celebrity wrestler of all time, and the host was like, in my opinion, and Bad Bunny goes, "It's a fact."
That's only because Logan Paul's now full time.
I think that Bad Bunny is
Has
coming.
Logan Paul earned full time yet? Because he just showed up after Raw Netflix debuted like 4 weeks ago.
I don't think it's fair to call him a celebrity wrestler anymore.
I understand. I get it.
I don't consider him I get he's a wrestler. I don't know. He's a celebrity wrestler to me, Logan Paul.
Yeah. So who's your 6?
My final pick, I'm going to be controversial and brave, and I pick Corey Graves is coming back.
That is a brave statement, but I like it.
Very brave.
I felt that with all his commentary drama, I thought they're trying to set up for him being away from the desk so he can wrestle.
Yeah, I agree. That was my initial thought as well.
Yeah, all right. So, okay, who's your overall winner of this men's rumble?
So I picked 2 winners because I can't pick at this point.
Okay.
So before John Cena's retirement tour, CM Punk was my pick to win the Royal Rumble. It was happening. This was it.
Mm-hmm.
However, my other pick besides Punk is Cena because, yeah, it's his retirement tour. But also, if he wins the Rumble, he's going to tie Stone Cold's record in winning 3 Rumbles.
Ooh.
I think on this whole retirement tour, I think he's going to pick up some milestones. I think he's going to beat Ric Flair's record.
I hope not.
I think he's going to top. I want it. So I think either CM Punk or John Cena is going to win the Royal Rumble.
Okay, so here's why I think Cena's not winning the Rumble. It's a retirement tour, and his schedule is going to be loaded. He's showing up everywhere. In particular, he is heavily advertised for showing up in Toronto. If he wins the Rumble, what the hell is he going to do? Because everybody knows Cena's going in that damn.
He makes his announcements.
Yeah, Cena's going to be in that chamber. So if he's in the chamber, I don't think he's winning the Rumble. That's why I did not pick Cena.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I really hope John Cena sets a new record by the fastest elimination. He just gets in and like Braun Strowman eliminates him in 3 seconds.
That'd be hysterical.
I mean, because his whole story is he can't win, right?
Like he's out of gas.
Won a match in 2,000 days. Yeah, that's his whole story.
He's out of gas, so yeah, he's got to keep losing.
I would love John Cena to win. I'm a massive John Cena mark.
Yeah, you are.
It's hard. It's hard for me to pick John Cena, but Kay, I will love you forever if you pick John Cena.
So are you going to go with Cena officially and not Punk? Because this would be revolutionary for you, Kay.
This would be.
I can't go with both of them?
No, you have to pick one.
To pick one.
Not fair.
very fair.
I picked
What
both.
do you mean? Of course it's fair.
You can't have a dual winner. This isn't like Cena and Batista.
You getting 2 is unfair. You getting 2 of the top favorites is unfair for us. What do you mean? That's when we do like a dual the title elimination, and like Triple H comes and tears the squads.
If you're making me pick one, I guess I'll pick Punk.
Not going with Cena, okay.
But I feel very strongly that it's one of them.
You know, ironically, last year we all picked Punk. And that's the only one of the Rumble predictions that we all lost on that match.
One of the reasons I'm leaning towards Punk this year is because especially if next year it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, he's not winning it next year.
Fair enough.
It's going to be Goldberg or another legend next year.
Goldberg.
Yokozuna?
No, Goldberg's done after this year. This is Goldberg's final year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why didn't I fucking put Goldberg in my list?
You want to replace Corey Graves with Goldberg?
No.
Bad Bunny with Goldberg.
I'm not replacing anybody with Goldberg.
Okay. Fair enough.
Thank God. I don't want to see Goldberg. All right.
No, I do. I do.
We already have a premium version of Goldberg. It's called Braun Breaker.
We do. We literally do.
They literally have the same tattoo.
And he's already announced. All right. I could totally. I
had Mick Foley on my list originally, but I took him off.
Foley dropped 100 pounds in a year. It's good for him.
Oh yeah, Ozempic, clearly.
Yeah, whatever works.
I could totally cheat here and just name 6 people on the roster who haven't been announced yet and just get 6 easy points. But where's the fun in that? Joe Hendry, of course.
I believe, yes.
Yep. Obafemi, definitely. Mm-hmm. Pat McAfee.
Ooh, well, they're in Indianapolis, yeah.
They're in Indy. Damn. Who else? Bronson Reed. I think Bronson Reed returns.
Oh, I forgot he was out.
I need Bronson Reed as part of that new bloodline.
Broken ankle. So It's been 3 months, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. Who's my 5th? I had it, but I lost it. Trick Williams.
Smart.
And I do like Bad Bunny. That's a really good pick. Not Bad Bunny.
Thank you.
Gonna be.
I'm gonna do. Fuck it. I'm doing Moose. Let's get ready to pop some heads. Let's get ready to pop some heads.
Moose.
Not a goddamn chance Moose gets in this Rumble, but I'm
not at all.
At least I didn't say cheeseburger. Is he still in TNA?
I don't know. Cheeseburger showed up on AEW at some point.
Actually, no. Take out Moose, put in JBL.
Stop.
I will never get enough.
I
will never get enough of JBL, so I don't care.
Dude, I just want to see his floppy tits again. Dude, JBL had the floppiest A cups in all of wrestling.
Still does a better clothesline than Okada.
Oh yeah, does a better clothesline than everybody, dude. That extra flab gives me a smack so much better. And then my winner.
It's hard for the men this year.
Who's the Gunther?
Gunther's not in. Gunther's not in yet. Cody's not in either.
No, I'm saying who are the champions.
Yeah.
Gunther and Cody.
Water. What?
Go ahead.
I would not be shocked if Roman Reigns won this, but Roman Cody for the 3rd time in a row, no. Not a goddamn chance.
No, I think ironically, like I already made my pick, it's Punk. Because I think that's just really good. He was supposed to win like last year anyways. But I think your dark horse could be Jay. The Jay and Gunther thing has picked up steam for me.
And Jay is super over.
Yeah, he had Quavo from Migos escort him to the ring last night.
Yeah. And he sells a lot of merch.
And he has kids do yeets with him in the crowd. I was like, this guy's a made man.
But I totally think John Cena is winning the Chamber, though.
That would make sense.
Cena Gunther is the match.
So who wins the Rumble, though?
Boris is going to win
Boris is
the
not
Rumble.
going to win the Rumble.
Yeah, he is.
God damn. Am I going to go fucking crazy here and say The Rock?
Stop
I don't think he's going to be
No.
around, but you could. I know The Rock's your guy.
Contractually, is The Rock going to be around? I think it's too many question marks.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they said no to him at Mania.
Yeah, they say that every year.
Yeah, but The Rock's the chairman of the board
I
now.
thought they told.
Yeah, the Rock kind of buried the story. That's one thing I didn't like about Raw, Netflix and Raw. Rock just completely ended the story with Cody Rhodes.
Probably because he won't be around for Mania.
I mean, but it's not the yeah. They could just pick it up again. Like he was just doing his on face camera duties as the CEO, the chairman of the board.
Yeah.
He wasn't in character, so whatever. I'm gonna go CM Punk as well.
All right.
Are we all going CM Punk for a
Again.
second year in a row?
Yep.
In a row. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's probably not going to win again this time. So-
You know who's definitely not winning it? Fucking Seth Rollins. So.
No. Nope.
If Cena wins, can I get half credit?
No, you picked Punk.
No.
No.
But I would like to let the record show that I picked them both.
I'm 100% rooting
it's
for John
on-
Cena,
it's
though.
on
I will
video
be going with
recording.
this fucking all over my house.
Surprised you didn't pick up the Cena merch. The
I
farewell
don't like
tour
his
merch.
merch.
I haven't bought.
I don't like his merch. It's too cheesy.
You want to get the
Too
exclusive
campy.
Cena Funko that they're selling for his retirement?
It's the one where it's in Vecca. You can't see him. The plastic gets.
No, not that one. Not that one. No.
That is a good
The
one,
empty
though.
box.
That is a really good one.
Yeah, no. It's the one with all of his blue retirement merch on. So that's like a Fanatics exclusive or what have you. But let's move on to Here Come the Women. The women's match, who for the last couple of years, or pretty much since its inception, has by and large been a better booked match than the men's match.
It's been fun.
It's been
The
fun.
women's match has definitely been fun.
Yeah, the women's match has been fun. The first one was amazing. There's a lot that can occur in this one. And it's also really hard to pick the winner, but I'm leaning towards one
it's
person. Leaning towards one person over another. But who? I'll give the floor to Will or Kay if any of you guys would like to go first with your
Okay.
Go for it, Kay.
Go Kay.
Let me pull up my Listiana. Okay. For the women, my 6 predictions, I put Becky Lynch, obviously.
Yep.
I put Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
I put Roxanne Perez.
Yep.
And here are my 3 crazier ones.
Okay.
I put Nikki Bella.
That's not
crazy at all.
That's not crazy.
Well, Nikki Bella is the least crazy of these 3.
Okay.
I put Carmella.
Okay.
And I put Eva Marie.
That's the
Eva
crazy
Marie,
one.
that's the crazy one.
That's the crazy one.
Okay, this year I actually have a founded reason as to why she's getting divorced. She needs a rebrand, probably.
True. I mean, all right. So there is an avenue that
This is not my typical Eva Marie booking. This one is founded in some way.
there is a story there though, because
yes.
you have the fact that Piper Niven, who is a great second to Chelsea Green, as like the Secret Service to Chelsea Green, like she's good in that role. I would love to see an Eva Marie and Piper Niven kind of standoff. Because remember, she was relegated to
fun.
Dewdrop for like a year. She can do that whole thing. Also, the women that have already been announced for the Women's Rumble, according to WWE.com, are Bayley, Liv Morgan, Bianca, Naomi, Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Lyra Valkyria, the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion, Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and Io Sky, just for reference purposes. So, Kay, who is your winner?
My winner is Becky Lynch, without a doubt.
Ooh.
I'm going to add a lot of doubt on that one.
Oh, I have no doubt.
I
on
have
that.
all doubt.
I have a lot of doubt. I don't doubt that Becky's coming back. I doubt she's winning, though. But that's me.
Really? Why?
There's another 4 horsewoman that's going to win.
Yeah, it's all Charlotte.
Oh, no.
Charlotte's never won a Royal Rumble. All right, it's her turn.
Yes, she
Yes,
has.
she has. She'd be the first ever.
She won in like no, she won in like 2018 or 2019.
She'll be the first ever 2-time winner of the Rumble. There's never been a There's never been a.
Won in 19. Did she win in 2020? Yeah, she won. Yeah, she won in 2020 and faced Rhea.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because she won for the NXT title and beat her.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh not a waste, but what a waste.
It was a good match. It was just during the pandemic. That's why I didn't like.
Oh, it's such a great match.
It was
the one they did a few years later was
the better match.
Wow. Yeah. What a fucking match.
Yeah. So, Will, do you want to go?
Yeah. Becky, Roxanne, Jordan Grace. I also like Nikki Bella. It's a great pick. How about my girl, Sarah Logan?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
You do love Sarah Logan.
Yeah, I do.
You got one more.
One more. Alexa Bliss. I know they're in contract negotiations now. They're a little stalled, but I think they're gonna get it sorted out. Alexa Bliss.
I am sold.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I'm sold Alexa Bliss returning, as long as she doesn't have that stupid Ryan Cabrera remake. I know it's her husband, but that remake of her.
Oh, this song was awful.
Yeah, I was like, this is not good.
Wait, what song?
The song she had when she came back.
The past few years has been really bad.
Oh, I don't remember her Ryan Cabrera song.
It's too punky. It just like she wanted to remake it, and obviously it's her husband Ryan Cabrera and stuff. But I was like, this is.
But that's like who she is in real life, though. She likes that music in real life.
I understand. Yeah, no,
I believe it.
It makes sense. I mean, what was it? There was I forgot what band made a song after her that she was in the music video.
Oh, Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup made a song called Alexa Bliss. Yeah,
I fucking love Alexa. I love Bowling for Soup. It's like if I was a band personified, it's Bowling for Soup.
I can see that.
It's goofy and weird, and it's like these lyrics are so dumb, but I love them.
They just got announced for the Warped Tour remake or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Reboot.
And one of their band members, like founding members, just left the band too. I think he retired.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. So they've been around forever. They've been around for almost
like 30 years.
Almost 30 years probably. But Hangover You Don't Deserve, or whatever the album is, phenomenal album. High School Never Ends, phenomenal album. That's what it's called. Shout out to Bowling for Soup. Yeah. So those are my 6. Winner, Charlotte Flair. Yeah. It's just not a doubt in my mind. Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton, Battle of the Bimbo Blondes.
Battle of the Blondes, baby. Yep.
It's gonna be great. Vince is gonna be like, finally, Triple H is learning.
I knew you had it in a trips.
It's gonna be the first time Vince McMahon is gonna have an unaccompanied boner, like a natural boner for the first time in almost a decade for Vince McMahon with this match.
Yeah. So I obviously have Charlotte Flair winning as well. My surprises are gonna run the pretty big gamut of our 4 here: Becky, Roxanne, Jordan Grace, Nikki Bella. My final 2 of surprises, these are going to be big surprises. I think, and this is also me just being kind of a fan, I think one of the Iconics returns.
Okay.
I would love that.
You know.
I miss them.
Are they in TNA?
They were, then they left.
They were.
They were because they both had children.
Yeah, I know the one who's not Billy Kay had a kid. Did Billy Kay have a kid as well?
Billy Kay also had a kid, but they are both back, and they've also been seen. There's pictures of them recently training.
Good for them.
You know.
Good for them.
I miss them.
So I think one of the Iconics returns. And I think this also came on in the gym when I was at the gym earlier, when I was doing like on the bike, which I was like, this is definitely happening. So this is totally me being just ridiculous at this moment from like a logical perspective. AJ Lee comes back.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, here's the thing though. If she comes back, she wins.
I think an AJ Lee return would blow the roof off of that arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
I agree with the impact, but I don't think it's happening.
I agree, but I would love to see it.
I would love to see it.
Me too.
You always gotta pick one to follow your heart. So
yeah,
that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I almost went with Jade because I think Jade is on her way back. I think she's probably returning at this Rumble. She's going right after Naomi because Naomi did it. It's pretty blatantly obvious.
Oh no, I think Bianca did it.
I think it's Naomi because I think they're moving. Apparently, there's talk that they're moving towards Bianca Rhea at Mania, which again I'm all for.
That's fair. I'm all for that too. Yeah. I mean, Naomi would be a nice fresh coat of paint because it makes sense. You know, she took her spot. She's a tag champ.
Yeah,
and we've never seen her be a heel, right? Question mark.
She's never been a heel now.
Yeah, Funkadelic was never really a heel. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm very stoked for the Women's Rumble. I just have a feeling AJ Lee returns. It could be literally just a one-off. You know,
I would love it
as a kind of like a more proper swan song than what she had when she left WWE.
Mm-hmm.
As in what swan song?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I think that would be just a really cool way for her to go. But ultimately, Charlotte wins this. Charlotte Tiffy is a collision course. Absolute collision course. So that's the Women's Royal Rumble match. There's 2 more matches on this Royal Rumble card. But before we get to that, I had a close friend of a show create this year's version of the Royal Rumble drinking game.
Oh, God.
Oh, let's hear it.
So we're going to go through this part by part. Quick disclaimer, please, for the love of God, do not drink and drive if you participate in this game. Get an Uber if you're at home. Just don't go anywhere. Drunk dial your ex or something. But don't drive. Don't get in the car.
I wouldn't drunk dial your ex either.
I mean, probably not me, neither would I. So
I would have a great laugh if I did. It would be a great story. Yeah. I'd put it on speaker so Jazz can hear. She's like, what the fuck are you calling me for? I'm watching wrestling.
Yes. So please be responsible if you decide to participate in this game because it's a rough one. Okay. So the first level of this is when you take 1 sip for if any of these things happen. So you take 1 sip of your drink for every entrance into a match. If the announcers say that both feet must touch the floor, if the announcers say that every man or woman for themselves, if the commentary team mentions a sponsor, because there's going to be a crap ton of them.
Prime.
Every time a finisher is used, if a celebrity is shown in the crowd, okay, a drone shot of the crowd, because that's probably going to happen in the first 5 seconds of the thing going on.
Take part of signature now.
Or if you notice an unhinged / funny crowd sign. So that's where you take 1 sip, okay?
That one's tough.
Yeah, that's very subjective, but it is what it is. Take 2 sips, the next category. Take 2 sips of your drink if the Rumble Facts video package is shown. Because that's coming.
I love the Rumble Facts video. It's my favorite part of the Rumble, honestly.
A superstar is eliminated by 2 or more people. If the commentary team mentions how long someone has lasted in the Rumble, because that's also going to happen as well. If multiple members of a stable or a faction are in the ring at the same time, again, that is going to happen during the Rumble. If someone hangs on the ropes to avoid elimination, like, walking the cat or skinning the cat, that's going to happen. So take 2 sips of your drink. If a superstar returns that is unannounced and they return from injury or hiatus, so like your Omos, your AJ Lee, or your it's a current roster, your Omos or AJ Styles, my apologies, Carmella, so on and so forth. Next one, if a superstar from NXT enters the Rumble, because that's guaranteed to happen at least twice for each Rumble. A backstage or in-crowd interview, that actually might happen. It would be pretty creative how they do that. And lastly, take 2 sips if someone interferes in the ladder match, which we're going to talk about next.
Oh, shit. I forgot about the ladder match.
Oh, me too.
I want to forget about it, but we'll get to that in a moment. Take 3 sips. It's the next category. Take 3 sips of your drink if a superstar is eliminated in under 30 seconds. If a superstar is attacked before or during their entrance.
Okay.
Sorry,
Curtis Axel.
If a superstar takes forever to enter the ring, because that could be a Miz, that could be a Carmelo Hayes, if they stall getting into the ring. If a faction or a tag team implodes, A-Town Down Under will probably happen too. If a superstar points at the WrestleMania sign, probably going to happen.
Yeah, that includes the winner, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. If the crowd is so loud you can't hear someone talk, aka cut a promo, or if any title changes hand, there's only 2 options for when that happens during the during this PLE. Okay,
that's a good game. That's a good game. And it's gonna be a finisher drink, isn't there?
There is a finisher drink. Yes.
Very good. Let's hear
Finish
it.
your drink if a Hall of Famer or a legend enters the Rumble. If a celebrity enters the Rumble. If a superstar eliminates themselves. If any Rumble record is broken.
Okay.
Finish your drink if John Cena wins the Rumble.
That's a good one.
Finish your drink if either of the first 2 Rumble entrants become part of the final 2. So if you start 1 or 2 and they make it all the way to the final 2,
at the end,
then finish your drink. And then lastly, finish your drink if a superstar from another company enters the Rumble, because that is definitely going to happen as well. So that's all of the main categories for our official Rumble drinking game created by one of our good friends of the show. However, there is some bonuses here. If you wanted to spice up your drinking game, we have what is known as the Extreme Rules. Okay. The Extreme Rules are 3 different things that you can do to spice up this game. Extreme Rule number 1, take a drink for every elimination and entrance. Okay. Extreme Rule number 2, change the 3 sips category to take a shot. And Extreme Rules number 3, which I think is going to be absolutely hysterical if anybody tries this, drink for every yeet that occurs.
You can go fuck yourself right now. That's not happening.
Every yeet that happens.
I like how it's in all bold caps. That's good. That's a good game.
Yes,
it's a very well thought out, very good game.
Yes, you can
put it on Reddit. Put it on Reddit immediately.
I'm gonna blast this everywhere. I have all the things. I'm gonna put it in our Discord. I'm gonna put it up on our Instagram. All the fun stuff. So this will be out for consumption. Again, please drink responsibly. Know your limits. Do not drink and drive. That's our official tag for this. But yes, the Royal Rumble drinking game presented by Wrestle Addict Radio.
Remember to call to work on Monday on Saturday.
Yes, please do. Please do. Moving on to, God, the most annoying storyline in all of wrestling right now. I'll be completely honest.
I don't hate it, man.
You know why I don't like this? Because Kevin Owens is not the real champion, okay? He's carrying around the literal definition of a prop, okay?
He's having fun.
All because Cody wanted to bring out the winged eagle. And Triple H's just like, here you go. And now Kevin's like, well, no, I'm the real champion. Blah, blah, blah. Like, if you break it, like, I hate, because I'm usually able to suspend my disbelief, but this is so blatantly a violation of my logic that I can't do it this time. And this annoys the crap out of me, especially because both belts are going to be hanging in this ladder match. There's no reason for the winged eagle.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's really dumb. But I will say this makes me glad the winged eagle is no longer a belt, because Cody's just looks way better.
It does. It really does.
The winged eagle belt doesn't look that great. I'm not gonna lie. It looks old. It looks dated. It doesn't look very pretty. It was Triple H was right to say one night only.
Yes.
Because
he was.
One night only would have been great. Or if they did it for every Science main event, just for one night only, that would make sense. But you kind of overexpose a flawed looking belt because it's in high def.
Yeah. All for nostalgia.
Yeah. The nostalgia really did wear off. The memorabilia wore off very quickly for this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even though Cody's winning easy peasy, I like the story. I like the build. I like Kevin Owens' promos. I like Cody's intensity. I love ladder matches. Like, this is just going to be pure fun.
Kevin's doing his best in this. Like, Kevin is great here. Like, I really want the Kevin was right shirt.
I love how he pumped up Sami Zayn, because I can't wait to face at WrestleMania for my belt.
He's like, I know you're going to win the Rumble.
Like, Kevin Owens is doing really, really great work.
He is making chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Yeah, it's just an absolute damn shame he has 0% chance of winning that belt.
Although I will also be honest with you, I didn't think of this now. Sami Zayn winning the Rumble would be magical.
It would be great.
Yeah.
I would lose my shit.
I know a lot of people that would lose their shit. But yeah, I think it's a Cody clean sweep. Kay, are you with us? Cody clean sweep.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is blatantly odd. Cody's going a year with this belt.
Yeah, year
very
plus.
easily a year with this belt. So let's go that final match on this card, because it's a 4-match card, because the Rumbles are going to take fucking forever to finish. Okay, this has the potential to completely steal the show, and we're talking about the Royal Rumble. You have the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, WWE Tag Team titles on the line, 2 out of 3 falls. This has the potential to be absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I honestly don't know who wins this. Johnny and Ciampa being heels is kind of great. They really found kind of a stride there, because they were kind of dwindling as faces for a while. The Motor City Machine Guns are just so fucking smooth. I know Will's been watching them since like TNA.
MCMG?
I really enjoy them.
No, they're very, very, very good.
Yeah.
Like they haven't missed a beat. They are very good. And they work very well with Tommaso and Ciampa. Same person, Tommaso and Gargano.
Yeah. I mean, literally, like, when you watch Motor City Machine Guns, I'm like, oh, it's just an older DIY.
They're probably the same. They're probably close to the same age, which is crazy. Yeah. It's like Motor City Machine Guns. They've taken to WWE style
so well,
very well.
Yeah.
Like, they don't wrestle like indie wrestlers. They wrestle like NXT wrestlers. Like, they have adapted to WWE style very, very quick.
Yeah, and it is, God, they're so much fun to watch. Triple H has really been doing well, and the production team has really been doing well with these new people and their entrances. Like, Motor City's entrance is phenomenal. Penta's entrance is unfucking believable.
Yep.
They really make them look like stars.
The way they're shooting and producing their show is very fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the sponsors on the ring aprons, on the mat.
I think it's overkill on Raw.
I agree.
I don't dislike the different color mats. Love that the stock is up, so that's great. And I hate the new referee uniforms. But other than that, the use of the drone, the creativeness with backstage, Jey Uso's entrances, like a lot of, and they're kind of like not doing things on the fly, but they're realizing what works in real time and doing that again on purpose. Like what happened on Monday by accident is being used on purpose on Friday.
Yeah. Like, I think one of the big things is they make it seem and we'll get back to the tag match in a second, but they have made their production seem like even if you're at home, it's an immersive experience. Like you had Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett walking through the crowd to start SmackDown a couple weeks ago.
That's a very good way of putting it.
Yeah. It makes it be like, even if you're not there, you're part of it. Like, you have cameras following Jey Uso through the crowd as he's walking down the steps.
Yeah.
They have the, the long shot from the backstage through Gorilla, through the entranceway. Like, they make you really feel like you are immersed in this world of pro wrestling.
Yeah, and they have their standard shots. Like they love that shot of XYZ wrestler entering the building.
Of course, yeah.
Like they love the getting out of the car shot, which has always been a thing. But they love that earlier today shot. Yeah. And every now and then you get Nia Jax attacking someone. Yeah. Yes. Like I remember a few months ago they had Jacob Fatu and then the other brothers in Solo going through security.
Oh yeah,
and so just like beats them up because like the thing goes off and they start beating up the security guards. Like that was fun. That was clever. Like they're very much it's refreshed.
Yeah,
the production and the way it's shot, and a big part of that too is just also how the wrestlers wrestle. And getting back to this match, like this is I'm calling this the if you know you know match.
Yeah,
if you know you know, and these guys, all 4 of them, if you know you know. And luckily, we know. Yeah,
MCMG has not even been in WWE for like what?
They got what?
Less than 6 months?
After SummerSlam they probably debuted.
They debuted in Brooklyn.
Right around Survivor Series?
Or before
give or
Brooklyn,
take?
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they won the titles real quick, and they've been doing kind of this back and forth with them, which is fine. And Taquan is right. Alex Shelley did show up briefly in NXT with Kushida because they did the time splitters tag team thing for a second.
Yep.
But this is a big deal for them. They get a Big Four match on a Big Four PLE that isn't known for matches outside of the Royal Rumble. Like they've
been good. They've been very good ones though. Like remember they took a Fatal 4-Way a few years ago.
There's been good ones. You have the street fight between Triple H and Cactus Jack at Rumble 2000. You know,
the past few years, like I can't remember the matches outside of Royal Rumble for the most part. But I remember watching it. I was like, these were very good matches.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Sammy turning on Roman moment at the end of one Rumble a couple years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was the main event. That was great.
Yeah. So
wow, that broke my heart.
Yeah. So there's Cena AJ for the world title. That one Rumble was fantastic.
The last man standing where Kevin Owens beat Roman Reigns because Paul Heyman couldn't come to handcuffs.
That's also the same one where Kevin Owens got run over by a golf cart.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're good, and I think this is going to be up there as just a knockdown, drag out just match. I think DIY finds a way to snibble their way out of this. Because remember, Motor City Machine Guns has already won the titles and lost it.
Yeah.
So I don't think you need to piggyback back and forth for a while. I think this feud's going to speak for itself. And at some point, you give Motor City Machine Guns the win at like a Mania if they're going to keep on going on this run because they're pros and they will.
Ladder match at Mania, like they're going to
do something wild.
Yeah.
At this point, the Hardys could come back since you have the TNA partnership.
Mm-hmm.
So
that'd be cool. Yeah, the Hardys versus DIY would be a lot of fun.
Hardys DIY.
Oh my god.
Hardys DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, triple threat ladder match. I will see
Johnny Gargano do the dance.
I would love both of those matches, honestly.
So I'm gonna officially go with DIY. Kayfabe, who do you got for this?
I also am gonna go with DIY. I can't talk anymore. I don't think it's time for Motor City Machine Guns to have the title. Like they're not gonna lose anything by losing at the Rumble.
No. Not at all.
Agreed. 3 for 3.
3 for 3? All right.
Yep.
3 for 3. Starting out strong with picking mostly the same people all the time. It's really going to come down to who the surprise entrances are.
Surprise entrances. Yeah.
Yeah. If someone goes like 6 for 6, it's game over. Like they're going to win the whole thing.
I should have said RVD, but I didn't.
Wow. I thought about RVD too.
RVD's showing up at Mania. It's 420. Yeah, RVD's showing up.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels is going to be there too because it's Easter.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. But ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our Royal Rumble prediction. But before we get to that, we're going to try to really rate how this PLE is going to be. Is going to be 1 crowns or 10 crowns? 10 being the best thing ever, like WrestleMania 41, or 1 being the worst thing ever, like an exploding barbed wire death match in AEW. Yeah, I will never forget that. I will never forget that travesty. So for me, I'm going to go first. For me, I think it's a 9. I think it's a solid 9.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Took the words right out of my mouth. A very, very solid 9.
Yeah, especially when you add in the fact that this is the first of the 3 big events that they've contractually obligated Indianapolis to do. I think this sets the stage because SummerSlam's coming there in a couple of years, and Mania somewhere down the line as well.
I would definitely go to. I want to go to Indianapolis.
Yeah,
I would go.
I've heard it's a really cool city.
I would do an Indy Mania. I would even do an Indy SummerSlam.
It's probably drivable. It's not that far of a drive. Indianapolis.
We've driven to Chicago.
Yeah.
So it's can't be worse than that.
That's what, 13 hours?
It's long.
It was long.
It's long. We also drove at night through Pennsylvania, which I do not recommend for anybody at all.
It's probably very dark, I imagine.
Extremely.
Very dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hoboken to Indy, if we left right now,
would be.
Google Maps is calculating 11 hours.
Because we lose like 4 in Pennsylvania. I mean, Kay, if you're willing,
I forgot Ohio was next to. I forgot Ohio was in the way.
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana.
If I'm willing to what?
We can all like meet up in Hoboken or something and just drive. We can carpool to Indy.
That's a long drive. I'd rather check flights, but yeah, I would do it.
We could do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can help us with sing-alongs, Kay.
Yeah, I'm like, I legally can't drive, but I can prepare the playlist.
And the snackies.
Dude, the ride back from Chicago was the hardest because we were exhausted.
Well, you were like, let's just leave after Raw. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, let's just do it. I mean, I don't regret doing it, but the hard part was staying awake because I was exhausted. And then, two, Ricky fell asleep and started snoring, and that was like hypnotizing me and making me fall asleep on the road. In fact, we pulled over. I'm like, Ricky, you gotta stay awake because you falling asleep is gonna put me to sleep. I'm gonna end up in the ground.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I road tripped from Long Island to Nashville a couple years ago, and at one point on the drive, it was a 16-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 5 a.m. We drove through the night, and no one could drive anymore. So I was the only person awake, and I couldn't drive, obviously.
Yeah.
So I sat in the fucking driver's seat while everybody else napped, and I watched Drag Race. We were parked in some gas station.
Race.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, that's what I do on road trips. If we get to a point and no one else will drive, I'll be the lookout.
Nice.
And everyone sleeps.
Nice. Yeah. We'll figure it out. If it comes to that, we'll definitely figure out and potentially do indie and things like that. But with that being said, that concludes our first show of the year. I am so glad to be back. And just a quick disclaimer, we are going to be going live every Tuesday or whatever our schedule is. 7 Eastern. We used to do 8. Now it's 7. We moved it up. Works a little bit better because it's 9 o'clock right now, so it kind of works out.
Yeah,
it kind of works out really, really well. I can catch the back end of NXT and all of that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna watch the Rumble. Remember, the Rumble starts at 6 Saturday, 6 p.m. on Saturday. Don't tune in at 7 and be like, "Why is this starting? Why is this already started?" You were warned. Okay, there's a kickoff show on Friday. Then there's the preview, the pre-show for them at 4 on Saturday. 2-hour pre-show for 4 matches. I don't know. And then you have the show at 6, which means it's probably going to end 9:30, 10. Probably 9. Great. Yeah, it's great.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a fun time. One day, I do want to. We need to get a lot of people together. I want to do a Rumble betting game, kind of like how you do Super Bowl boxes. So essentially what you would do is that you'd put you put all the numbers of the entrance. So you put 1 through 30 in a hat, and you pay for how many choices you get. So and so essentially, if your number entrant wins the Rumble, then you win the money.
Oh, Mans does something like that, not for money.
Yeah, but you do it for funsies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to do that because I'm that's freaking awesome. You just pick a number, and if your number gets in, if your number wins, then you freaking win the pot.
That would be fun.
It's freaking awesome. But that being said, let's get on the road real quick. Probably no post show, but I do want to talk to you two guys when we're off air because I have a proposition for both of you.
Ooh, I like propositions.
Yeah.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with wrestling, actually, but I think you guys will both enjoy it. But yeah, let's do the damn thing. And yes, let's do it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 398, our 2025 Rumble of Royalties. The Royal Rumble this year looks to be absolutely ecstatic, very unpredictable, except for probably who the winners are going to be. I've been your host, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Find KOTR, our Kings of the Rings podcast, at KOTR_podcast across all social media outlets. Like, share, subscribe. Leave us some 5-star reviews. The links to all of our stuff are in the description below. If you are listening to us, please listen to us on Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, home to the WrestleMania podcast, the Young Lions Perspective podcast, and the Game Changer podcast. Guys, did you know Nate shared a stage with Colin Mockery over the weekend?
I did.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
He did improv with them. It's kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah, dude.
That's
The
really
Who's Line
cool.
guys, man, they're the best.
They are. I've heard great things about all the Who's Line guys. Royal Rumbles this weekend, 6 p.m. We're going to recap it when we return, whenever we decide to return, because we still have to prepare for 400 and things like that. Will Tarashak.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got not only 400, a lot of things are happening in 2 weeks. Not only is it episode 400, it is 10 years of Kings of the Rings podcast.
Also in 2
years,
weeks, we have NXT Vengeance Day and Grand Slam on the same day.
10 years of your boy and podcasting. It has been a crazy road. I always forget what the actual date is because that first episode of Kings of the Rings is unlistenable.
It's on our SoundCloud.
It probably is, but the date I don't think is accurate.
It's not.
I think it's like February 8th or 6th or 7th something.
We're around there, yeah.
Yeah, it's next week or the week after. So 400, 10 years, we're going to wrap it all up into one. It's going to be a great celebration. And I couldn't do it without my two badass co-hosts, including the one, the only, Kay Murphy.
Hey, Fabe.
That is me. Boris is saying hello. I'm very excited for the Rumble. I'm very excited for this year in wrestling. Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting old. You're getting old too, Will. So when we come back, whenever
I'm also turning 30 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's about.
Oh, you are.
It's
That's right.
about
You
fucking
are.
time. Jesus Christ, folks. When we come back, we're going to recap the Rumble. We're going to start our build to the road to WrestleMania. We are going to try to find some semblance of democracy somewhere, and we're going to figure out who threw the pie at Kevin Owens, because that is a mystery that needs to be solved at some point and at some time. So until you see us next, folks, goodbye, good night. We'll see you soon. And hopefully he gets eliminated earlier or never even makes the Rumble is Slack, because fuck you, Slack. We'll see you later. This has been a Wrestle Addict Radio branded podcast.